Hello, hello, hello. Back again with another episode of the Fraidia podcast. I've been out for a while, very, very busy, busy. But an indicator of the recession is Burnt Peanut, a streamer number one in the planet. Maybe not, maybe yes, but it's a peanut. It's a guy and it's a peanut. And when you watch his videos in the streams, it's just a peanut. You don't, for now, you haven't seen his real face or body. Massive body. I bet he's a chungus. Dude eats 3 max before sleeping. Anyways, every day. And he's streaming for 8 hours to 12 hours a day. Oh my God. The poor guy's health. Um, He's super entertaining. I love him. I've been watching so much on him lately. I've never been into streaming. Never, ever been into streamers. I just never got that scratch until I met this guy on the YouTube. And he's great. He's hilarious. He's funny. He's bringing back that fun in video games. And as a working father of newborn with no time for himself, he revives that video game era for me. I can't play video games now. It takes too much time. It takes too much commitment. And it feels selfish when I have so much to do. But watching him, on little times here and there while washing dishes, etc. It's so fun. So fun. He makes games so fun that I started playing them again and having fun. I mean, I never was into Counter-Strike until I started playing. I got into it. I got into that. The other one for the bots in Apocalypse Plays. And then lately he's been getting into what's that game he's been playing? Rust. And I literally just downloaded Rust. Good 60 gigabytes just to play one round and then remember why I stopped playing that game. Because it's too much commitment. Rust is so much. You gotta be on to play. And if you quit your base, somebody raids it or it just starts decaying. It's too much commitment with Rust. Come on, it's fun. It's too much commitment. But this guy, Peanut, he's playing it and he's making it look so fun. But that dude is playing for 8 goddamn hours every single day. So for him, that game is perfect. There's no drawbacks for him. He literally plays his entire life in that shift. I mean, so bad for his health, but he's hella entertaining. Hella entertaining. Very fun guy, very fun guy. I love him. Love watching his streams. So why is this an indicator of a recession? Because I am so exhausted and so stressed about work and life and the bills that I don't want to say nothing about the economy, nothing about politics. Nothing. Give me the most randomest, silliest thing that can take me out of this mindset. Person, a peanut, playing video games, saying the least PG-13 things that you could say online that would get you banned, but somehow he's not getting banned. It's hilarious. He's pushing the limits for sure of what one can say in streaming. Yeah, well, thank you, Trump, I guess. Before Trump, our freedom of speech was gone. Was gone. You couldn't say nothing. And after he came into presence, I mean, this guy's been swearing and in the interviews with the reporters. Yeah, he brought back free speech. And thanks to Trump, we got Mr. Burnt Peanut. What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? Yeah, this guy's hella funny. And so if I just take myself as an example, and then I multiply it by literally everybody in the world right now, I know that he's so famous. Like, there's so much more people watching him. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. entertainment goes up during a recession. We're getting hammered every damn day over here. We're discovering fraud. We're discovering a new price in the oil gas station. Our food is getting smaller at the grocery store and the prices are getting bigger. Man. I don't even shop at HEV no more. I have to shop at the big warehouses like Costco and Sam's because it lasts longer. It's not about the money anymore, even though I think it's cheaper. I bet it's not that much. Maybe, hopefully, who knows? But it just lasts longer. Every time I go to HEB, I spend a good $200, $300 on groceries, and they don't even last a week. Half the week is over, and like 90%, 80% of my fridge is gone. What the hell is going on? And so I started going for Sam's Club. Now that one feels nice. It feels like the food lasts longer because the package is just much bigger. Because the packages at HEU has been getting so smaller, and I've been buying the same thing over and over, and I swear the bag is getting smaller, and it's getting $1 every month, dollar more every month. I was buying this Joko Roko milkshake powder protein, and it was like $44 at the start of when I started buying that thing, and a lot of protein shakes were at 44. Now it's like at 49 or $52. What is going on? I remember when it was like going up to 45, 46, and then I kind of stopped buying altogether, and now I come back to it at 52, 48, 52. I got it a little cheaper, 30% off. So I got it 48. Oh my goodness. But the recession is hitting, my man. It's hitting. It's hitting very, very, very hard. It's hitting. It truly, truly is hitting. I see it. I feel it. Everybody sees it. Everybody feels it. Nobody wants to quit jobs now. I mean, if you're quitting, it's getting very hard. Even if you want to quit, good luck. I know there's companies out there hiring, but Jesus, if before it was less, now it's even less than that. So recession, recession, recession. They don't want to admit it, but recession, recession, recession is here. We are past recession, I feel like. I feel like the Great Depression was much better than what we're going through here. It's just like the outstanding depression beyond the Great Depression. Um, yeah, we all feel it. We all feel it. Something's going on. There's too much war going on too. Too much war. Too much war. I haven't even shot a gun in so long because I can't afford those bullets. Just to go and shoot him at a shooting range. It was used to be fun, but now I can't. I don't want to. I can't afford him. I can't. I can't pay like $40 to go to shooting range, and then just spend like another $40 just to shoot that thing out there, just for fun. Like just me? No, can't do that. I got a family, my man. I got a family. So yeah, I mean bacon last time was like $8. Oh my god. Oh, it's same bacon, and I swear it's getting thinner. Anyway, they're feeding those pigs less. Who knows what's going on? But the gas went up. Anyways, recession, my guys, recession, immersion, depression, sumination. We got it all here in the U.S. Apparently, it's all over the world, but I feel like here we're getting hit pretty hard. Something that you gotta know is the U.S. doesn't really invest in public infrastructure, in cars, or trains, or buses. So if the gas goes up in the U.S., we feel it very hard, very hard. I used to play this game in Fallout Vault, in the phone, right? Those who have played understand what recession is and understand what we're going through. You have this vault, and you need to get people, and then you get enough people, and you need to build more rooms. But oh wait, you build too many rooms. Now we don't have enough energy. Well, okay, so you just build more energy stuff. Okay, cool. I build more energy stuff. Now I need more people to man that energy stuff. Okay, so then just get more people. Oops. Now, what happened now? Now I need more food because I have more people. And so, okay, so grow more food. Okay, then random fire happens in the kitchen, and now your people die, and you can't produce enough water and electricity, and and then you're getting raided. People are like going into your vault with guns and stuff, and you need to invest in guns, people, and guns. In order to do that, you got to build more rooms and this and that. And what happens if you're not careful? And it almost happens to everybody in the beginning of the game. You don't manage yourself well enough, and you end up either building, a research center. You needed it, but you can't afford, or more rooms or whatever. You had more people, you can whatever happens, but you just build more than you can afford, and it starts eating you up. All these events that are happening, the fires, your place gets on fire, you get invaded with people with guns, they kill your people, you can't produce energy, can't produce water, everybody's unhappy. Um, what ends up happening is like the obvious, right? The Your vault starts going downhill, downhill, and then you lose it. You completely lose it. One thing fails, the food fails, then the energy fails, the people fail, everything fails. And you gotta start all over, no matter how much time you invested in it. And I played it in the beginning when that game came out. Maybe it's a little different now with more mercy, but when it came out, it wasn't merciful. It was so easy to get into a spiral. You would just build one extra room or get raided, and some of your people would die, and like that's all it took. Because sometimes I would just build, and be like, I want more water, more food, more water, more food, more food. Even if you build too much water and too much food, it's not enough to keep up with the electricity. And go figure, right? If your water turns off, even if you have enough people, you can't turn it back on in time. And at the end, you lose everything because you didn't manage yourself well. Why? Pretty cool. Why? Because more people, more resources, more rooms, more electricity, more this, more that. Okay. Now, how do I apply this to the US right now? Well, we have the people. Thankfully for us, we haven't been in war. So we haven't lost people. We haven't getting invaded. So we still have the people. Although we lose them to drugs. And when we were at war, a lot of those soldiers were out there. And well, fortunate to say, we were training people, Some people go, some people get trained and then go and keep the flush. And I kept that. But anyways, the focus right now is not people. The focus is there's so many wars happening, just like the fires and the invasions in that video game. And there's more people in the US being here, just here, either being here by whatever means you want, being born, traveling here and staying here, or, nobody going out there and dying, whatever is happening. We have more people. That means we need to build more houses. More houses means we need to build more roads. More roads means we need to run more goddamn cable. You think copper is infinite? We need to, anytime somebody builds a neighborhood that fits 50 people, but takes the space of 500 football fields, you need to run copper all over that. You need to run asphalt. You need to run pipes. A lot of water needs to be diverged from one place to that. So you need a tower to get the pressure. On and 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 on. All right? And he goes on and on. You need all this stuff. It's not necessarily bad. Not bad at all. China has a lot of that. What the US does wrong, it's always pissed me off, is no public transport. Everybody who is born into this world needs a car. It's not a luxury. You need a car. You need it. You need it. There's no arguing on that. You need a car. Okay. And when it comes to housing, the max they built of height is 4 floors. So they count the first and then 3 floors up in the sky is the maximum. Guys, we're using so much land. I mean, houses are wonderful. I'm a homeowner, and damn, it's the best thing ever in the world. I'm glad I got in before anybody else won't let me. I mean, I bet you my son will not get a house. He'll have to wait till he's 40 now to get a house, maybe 50, probably over my body. That's what's gonna happen. Um, but yeah, we're running out of. I wouldn't even say we're running out of space. We're just managing space terrible. And when it comes to public transport, we're managing people terrible too. There's is just like imagine gas turns off or like it cost $8, $8 goddamn dollars a gallon. We are cooked. People are gonna start demanding raises at their jobs rapidly, or work from home is going to start to get popular again to reduce gas prices because it's just gonna be way too much. Way too goddamn much, man. Way too much. So yeah, that's my point. We in the US manage this terrible public transportation. Gas, we rely on it way too much. Cars, we rely on it way too much. We are very independent type of people, selfish type, that even if you try to make public transport possible, the kind of people that you'll find there, no, 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 no. And then the police can do nothing about it because, like, apparently prisons are overfilled now. And you say, well, let's build more prisons. Let's put all those people in there. But they don't do nothing. They do nothing in the prison, nothing. See, I've been agreeing with Asmongold lately with like, you gotta put him to work. You gotta put him to work, man. You're taking care of them for free. I guess this punishment system has to be revamped. The president can be like, I forgot the word for it, but become a better citizen, then put him to work and give them a lighter sentence. And then they come back, they stay there for it, boom. Yeah, put him to work again. You gotta start putting these prisoners to work, man. Also, if you were in prison, would you like to just do nothing all the time? Like, or would you rather have a job? Have in mind, if you have a job when you get out of jail, you'll have some skills that are transferable. Like, it's already difficult when you get out of jail. Nobody wants to hire you because they look at your background check, first of all. And then you don't have a skill? No, it's even it's even worse. So that's one. Two, for those that are like around my age, you know that when you quit a job, I mean, yeah, wonderful feeling. You're free. You don't have to do the one thing again, ever again, or listen to the person ever again, etc., etc. But 2 weeks later, you start getting depressed and become so goddamn lazy and unmotivated, and everything in your body starts hurting. Just you get into your mind too much. You have too much time. So you know that. You know that. I mean, you just lay in bed. What else do you do? Nothing. Just kill time. Well, prisoners, I mean, that's their entire life for 30 years, 10, 15 years. You are like jobless for 6 months, maximum a year, where you can't handle it no more. Prisoners, minimum, 3 years, maximum lifetime. So, know what I'm saying? You're just having a bunch of people laying somewhere eating 3 times a day. No job, no purpose, no skill at the end of it. Nothing, absolutely nothing. And when they get out, you expect them to rehabilitate. That's the word I was looking for. No, man. There's some people that you can't have in society, and you gotta keep them there forever in that little box. But there's other people that you gotta work them. You gotta work them. They get a skill, give them a job. I understand that they can't be trusted in a way. So you gotta, but there's tiers. Imagine there's like tiers. There's tiers in society right now. There's the rich, the mega rich, the poor, the middle class. You hear all those middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class. Funny thing that the poor is always called poor. It's never called lower middle class. It's just like you get that poor mister. Um, well, just have that same tier system in a prison, but with trust. Here's the people that we trust, the people we trust the most, the trust the least, but we trust. The low trust to society, the no trust ever given. Do not even think that you can trust them with a kernel. Absolutely no trust. Like have your tiers and then give them jobs depending on that, which I bet the prison has a sort of system of that, but it needs to be improved. It needs to be expanded. So the idea is like, well, public prisons, blah, blah. Law is so hard to change and it's like a tradition. Well, there's always that private sector, right? We always allow private anything into anything. And well, there are private prisons out there. I wonder what they're doing. Are they like making them work? Because then people get into it's slavery with extra steps. Perhaps. Slavery with extra steps if your laws are ridiculous and you're sentencing people to ridiculous laws. Like UK with their freedom of speech laws. Then yeah, it's slavery. Like if you're just gonna, hey, I caught you doing the thing, to the camp with you and work. You just start doing that to your enemies and you start putting them in prison. But if it's like, do you kill 5 people? We need gravel for the concrete business. Can you just turn that big rock into little rocks? Cool. Here you go. As your life for the next 10 years. Although I know that stuff comes out of that, right? Like it can also get expensive. Oh, your person got injured while he hurt his back. You got to give them workers' comp. Oh, but they're prisoners. Do they get workers' comp? Do they get insurance? I mean, they get medical treatment. Which is government. Workers' comp. Okay, he can't smash rocks anymore. I have to do something else. And you could get into like the part where it's like, well, is this inhumane? Well, let's get back to the part where you kill 5 people inhumane. Well, and then we still feed him. We still feed him. And he has lights and air conditioner. Okay. There's homeless people out there. Not even homeless, just like those veterans that like to go to prison because at least they get 3 meals and they get a room. And then they know they're going to be taken care of. Like probably the outside is scarier than the inside of a prison. For some people, these homeless people out there get wild. They fight each other. They steal each other's territory and stuff. Then there's the citizens who go there and kick them while they sleep and pee on them to pull pranks. Now you have like citizens arming them with machetes and like me putting a video on YouTube. So now you have homeless running out with machetes. What in the hell are we doing? See, I think I'm getting more pro prison work. Because whenever I do have free time, my news source is Asmongold, and goddamn, I've been watching too much of him, but it's pretty good points. We need more prisons. We need strict laws for stealing in the grocery store. We need to pursue those scammers out there in the US. We need to get better at our infrastructure over here and our resource management, by the way. I gotta drive an hour every single day to work. But guess what? In China, I also drove an hour every day to work. How much did it cost me? Like 50 cents, because I took the damn train, the bicycle, and the bus. 50 cents, maybe $1 maximum. Yeah, an hour. And I was working while in the train doing my forms for like classes. I was doing activities and planning, etc. And then when I go to the bicycle, I was doing exercise. So I didn't have to like hire a gym membership for that to be healthy in China. I was skinnier. So I was walking a lot too because after that bike, I gotta walk to the bus. So yeah, yeah. What's going on, man? What is going on? It's too much going on. It's too much. And in order to live in America in these conditions, like, I mean, it's our own demise for being successful. We've been too successful, and 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 I see it. I see it. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But we're not managing well, and we're in a depression. And they keep lying that it's not a depression. And I don't know the game they're playing, but the Burn Peanut. He's a great streamer, great guy, cool guy, fun guy. The mark of the recession. Arc of the recession. Um, I tried his burgers. He like has a burger that he enjoys eating. God damn, poor guy's health. I tried that burger. It was so it was so bad. It was like what burger? A 3 chicken strip sandwich with extra spicy ranch on the side, large fries, large Coke. Oh my god, I mean, my god. My god, the spiciness in that thing. That burger already comes spicy, by the way. It already comes with a spicy sauce. And you put more extra spicy sauce in it. My stomach was burning that whole day. I was dead inside. I was a burn victim of 9/11. It is just a terrible diet. That was terrible diet. My goodness, I can't believe like he eats. And then what is he eating? Like 2 Big Macs or 3 Big Macs a day? Oh my god. Oh my god. Peanut. He had another order somewhere. I can't remember what it was, but I tried the big arch. Pretty bland flavor. Bland flavor is the right word for it. Cool is bigger, so I got full out of one. Even less than half was already full. But pretty bland. At least the one McDonald's I went to didn't have any flavor. It had the sauce and everything and the onion, the crispy onions, but it's pretty bland. I don't know what's going on with these businesses, man. They be charging, and then that burger was like $11 just a burger. My God, I bought it just because I got that 50% off in the app, and I was able to get it for like $5 to $6. Um, and even then, he was like, "Nah, I wouldn't buy this, even if it was like $6." Maybe I do just want it to be full, but I started looking into all that healthy stuff on the internet, the ingredients, because McDonald's guy, he called it a product. He took the bite, called it a product twice instead of a burger or a meal or a food. The comments were incredibly funny. They were saying like it's illegal to call it a food, so he's calling it a product. Um, yeah, they were roasting him. There was this guy, this food reviewer that only takes very small bites of his food all the time. For whatever reason, the comments always say there's some health in his teeth and some history. But this guy took an even smaller bite than that YouTuber. Review Bra. Pretty cool guy. Pretty cool guy too. I like it. I like watching his reviews. Another recession indicator. I would watch his reviews to know like what fast food to get, like which fast food was worth my money. In what goddamn world in America history do you have to watch before you buy videos on fast food? What happened to this land? What happened to this land of non-opportunity? What happened to it? I gotta be careful where I spend my money so much that I even not trust the fast food industry anymore. And I gotta watch somebody like try out the food before me, so before I invest any money in it. Another recession indicator. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What's going on with the air in the potato chip bags? What is going on with that? More air. What is going on with the sodas getting smaller? That's a health indicator more than a recession. But then I was looking at the ingredients on that Mac burger. Boy, there's a person out there that made an incredible video on it. Boy, there's no food in that. It's no food. It's just it's a chemistry project. That's what it is. Yeah, yeah. I started. No, no. I started getting out of that. Getting out of that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I understood why the McDonald's guy called it a product. The burger was terrible, full of like 50 ingredients, all like machine oils, and then a bunch of preservatives that are cancerous. Ugh, things that are so goddamn sour. You gotta bump it up with other things to make it even tasty. Uh, colors that don't need to be there, and then the meat. Well, you get to the fries, it's worse with the fries. Like the oil, you were saying that they don't replace the oil, but once a week. Oh my god! And then they're going like, if you burn oil like this temperature for this long, like leave it in like an hour or something, like that oil gets more saturated fat or whatever. Something happens to it that it becomes even less healthy. And then you're using it for a week. I mean, I understand that they're topping it off daily, but they don't recycle the entire thing until a week later. Like, oh my goodness. My goodness, what does it have to taste so good? And then there's the other thing, the milkshake. The milkshake is even worse. It's like definitely your daily intake of sugar, but times 3. Something like that. It's so bad, my man. It's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't know what we're doing. Doesn't stop me from buying it once in a while. Once in a while is nice, but it did open my eyes, and I started looking more into healthy alternatives and foods. And I think I'm getting in at the right time where everybody's also kind of doing that. Because not only are things more expensive, they're also less and getting unhealthier, way unhealthier. So at this point, what I'm doing now to combat this recession is just eat less, but eat healthier. Yeah. I mean, we're different tax brackets, my guys. Different responsibilities, different age groups. And then what happened to the 401k? Man, the 401k, like, come on. I did the math on that. I'll probably just have like $60,000 a year at the end of the 401k at the end of my life, at the end of 65. What is going on with that? What is that money gonna do to me at the end of retirement? Like, property taxes is gonna take a badass chunk out of that. How much taxes I have to pay? $10,000 to $5,000 on property taxes? Get the hell out of here! So much goddamn property tax, and that's if I own the house. At the end of it, everybody thinks, oh yeah, 30 years you'll own the house and you'll be like free. Dude, there's repairs that happen. The foundation is already like breaking. I mean, it was broken to begin with because like the land it's built on it's clay. So like you're being quite motivational when you say it's gonna last you 30 years and past that. I mean, yeah, maybe a roof patched up and everything with like tarps and whatever. And the government's gonna be there like, your house is unsafe for your 80-year-old ass. Gotta get out of there. Where? This place. It's just not a good system. Not a good system. And I don't know if people are checking out. I really don't think they are. It's just can't. We cannot stop checking in, checking out. Oh, and another recession indicator. The commercial I'm looking right now. What a chicken strips. Whataburger selling chicken strips. Another recession indicator. QT selling you 2 hot dogs, a bag of chips, and a soda for $5. Like, what the fuck? What is so? These companies, the fast food industry, they're turning to foods with smaller margins, or like whatever margin means, but higher profits. Basically, things that cost less to produce, and it's just you get more to sell. So like chicken strips for $5. I mean, there was this Domino's pizza or one pizza place that came up with these little tiny pizzas, and they call it like pizza bite. I mean, it was delicious, incredibly delicious. But it was more than $5 for four of those. It was tiny. It's literally a bite. Uh, and it's great, but price. And then chicken strips, and QT2 hot dogs. I mean, I do like it though. I do. I would buy it. I would. It's just great. It's like, yeah, two hot dogs, couple chips, and soda. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do it, do it. But man, that didn't used to be $5. I don't think it used to. A hot dog was like two for $1, and then when they became expensive, they became like $1 for each, right? I remember it used to be like 50 cents because nobody wanted like gas station hot dogs. They started like 67 cents, 87 cents, but buy two, pay $1. Okay, a soda was like another dollar, like a fountain drink type. Oh, remember the big gulp? It was less than $1. Um, so okay, now you have two hot dogs and a soda. That's maybe $2 now. And then you get a bag of chips. The bag of chips has always been absurdly expensive, but they weren't that much. They were like $1 for those mini ones for 50 cents, and then it was like $2 to $3 for the bigger normal one. $2 to $3 was like the family pack. And there you go. You get it for five. Um, you get a bag of chips at that time. Oh, something's burning over there. What in the world? Um, interesting. Then it's like $2 plus $2 plus like maybe $4, maybe $4 right there. $3 for the whole thing. Well, I don't know how much they pay, but definitely cheaper because it's a business and they get a business discount. But yeah, the way things are now, that looks like a good deal. $5 for that looks like a good deal. Like, I'm right now thinking, how are they doing it? A hot dog is $1 each now. Sometimes $1.50, right? So that if it's $1.50, it's already $3 for two hot dogs. Then you get the chips, which is already $3 for the smallest chip out there. That you already are at what is it? 2 plus 3, 5. You already have 5, and then you get a soda for like $2. You're already $6, $7, and you can get it for 5. Damn, that's a good deal. It's a goddamn good deal. Would you take that deal? I'd take that deal. But what is going on? What is going on where where that looks like a good deal? And yeah, I mean, lately I got into what did I get into? I started making like hot dog or something. I did something. I can't remember what it was. I think it was hot dogs. And I was surprised by how much food I could make with just buying a package of buns and a package of sausages. Like, my goodness. I could eat 2 of those, 3 of those easily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I wouldn't still be over with whatever I bought because I bought it at Sam's, right? So I got the big ass pack. And I thought, wow, wow, wow. That's a lot of food that I was able to buy and enjoy. And it's so goddamn unhealthy, I bet you. So unhealthy. So unhealthy. But I could afford it. And I ate and I didn't, um, my stomach didn't complain of hunger. And my wallet felt okay. So that's my point. That's my point. When I was growing up, that's what I would eat not because it was cheap. Maybe it was because it was cheap that it was in the house, like my parents would buy it, but it was mostly because I couldn't cook anything else. Nothing else. I was a kid, so I was doing that. And then when I went to college, I mean, like college kids is notorious to not have money, so then I'm back to that. And noodles, dude, noodles right now are like $4, $5 like a box. What the hell? If you get to like Nissan's, maybe it's like almost $1 now. Those things used to be 30 cents, 20 cents actually. 20 cents, buy five for $1. That's I buy three for $1. Um, yeah, recession has hit it pretty hard, my guys. Anyway, so like I ate that as a kid, and then I grew up and I got money, and then I struggled my ass through life just to be able to afford fancy food. You know, and I can buy the fancy sausage for the hot dog. Now I can get, the fancy fruit. I can get the organic, perhaps. Try it out wild out one night with some organic cheese. Um, yeah, that lasted maybe a year, maybe two, and I'm back to, you know what? I can't afford it really. So for a moment, I had hopes. I was like, "Whoa, am I really buying a gallon of milk? Like 3 gallons of milk? Damn, I really like." What was I doing? Am I really buying the kielbasa sausages for $18? Like delicious sausage, but God, the price. Am I really buying like a $5 cheese? Whoo, $5 cheese back in the day, it was a good cheese. But it was a good cheese. It was like manicured by the cows themselves. Those cows got a massage before they were milked. They lived in India part time for like study abroad trip. That was some good cheese. And now $5 is like government cheese, like it's the scraps that they could come up with. I mean, even the scraps could be better, but it's like an emulsification of chemicals in there. Just like, guys, we came up with a new element in the periodic table, cheese. We call it CH, 2 neutrons and 4 protons, and a whole lot of radioactive matter around it to make it stick together. It's just like that's the cheese I can afford now. The biggest budget for my spending is food because I refuse to eat just food that is like gonna destroy my body or is not tasty. Like I love food. I love tasty stuff. So yeah, that I'm buying less junk and I'm buying more food. That's another sign of recession right there. Less spending money going to random things, more towards food, which is your basics. Getting fancy on the food. That's my splurge right there. That's my happiness. I get extra money. I'm gonna lie. I get extra money. I'm gonna put it towards food. Uh huh. It's just the way it goes. That's a sign of recession. And I bet you I'm not the only one. I bet you I'm not the only one. I'm like, I even started making my own bread. All right, that's not a sign of recession, but that's more a sign of like health consciousness. Uh, that bread I make lasts a day outside. It becomes a rock. You could break a dish with it, plate. Uh, the bread that I bought a month ago, it's still soft. It's still good in its bag. It's still loud and kicking and no mold growth whatsoever. It's kind of sketchy. Last time I made burgers with it, but like that's the bread I had. It's cheap, and I had it left over from a party. So what's up? What's up? What's up? Is it a crime to have bread last this long? Man, it should be. It's it's a suffering from our success. That's what it is. That's what it is. What the fuck is this guy doing? Covering 2 lanes, you dummy. Oh, this bitch. Yeah. So it do be the way that it do be. You know, there's no reason to season Another recession indicator right here. Another one. I'm just looking at it right now, by the way. Uh, I'm looking at it right now. Mm, when somebody comes up with a store that is just not in this tax bracket and economy, like I'm gonna give you some free advertisement. I can't see the goddamn name because there's a tree in front of it, but it says that they have margaritas to go. It's a place where they make alcohol for you and they make it nice and fancy, but it's not a bar, is what it kind of looks like to me. I don't even know if it's alcohol, maybe it's like fake alcohol. I've never gone there. But it's a store just for that, just for drinks. I understand that we have bars, but bars have food. This is not a bar. This looks more like a juice type of place, but for alcoholic drinks. Like those places that blend juices and they give you these like icy shakes made out of fruit. So yeah. When that business pops into the neighborhood, and my first thought is, I'm so sorry, man. I feel for you. That's a sign of recession. I look at it every day when I come from work and I never see anybody parked in there. I hope it's like a cartel operation, laundry money business or something, because that business is not going to make it right now. Like whoever had that dream, thank you. Thank you for having a dream and chasing it, but it's the wrong time to chase that dream. Maybe chase a different one. Maybe, yeah, maybe still open a store, but grocery store or something. I don't know if it's gonna last. It looks like a money pit, but that's another sign of recession right there. When you gotta adjust your budget because gas went up 50 cents, that's a sign of recession. It's just like if anything goes up a price a little bit and you gotta adjust everything, how you're spending money, it's a sign of recession. Like, yeah. So jobs gotta start paying more, or you gotta start giving more of it something, some type of raise. It's bad, my man. It's bad. But anyways, this was the Free Idea podcast. I just wanted to vent and talk about whatever I needed to talk about because it's been a while since I do one of these. And I just recently got that feeling that I wanted to do one again. It's just the way it is, man. It's still like it is the way it is. It is the way it is. So, because it's the way it is, Burnt Peanut, my man, Burnt Peanut. Hella funny guy. I love him. I love him. Um slim thick guy. He will not say his weight or his face, but I can predict that it's not a pretty good health after I tried some of his meals. Uh on another note, I'm doing a little bit of a fasting for a day and I'm almost done with it. In like an hour. I'll be done with like the 24-hour fast or whatever. Pretty good run, pretty good run. But I'm thinking about food. The only problem with like fasting is everything starts looking delicious. Even McDonald's, even like fries on a shake starts looking delicious. At the least healthy thing. Um, the other thing is if you are having issues with money and you're eating junk food, well, guess what comes after that? Your health. Your health. You're gonna have a hospital bill. That's what's gonna come after. Hospital bill. And you won't be able to afford it. What is going on over here? You just won't be able to afford it, my man. You won't be able to. I gotta go. What is going on here? So, yeah, it's gonna happen. So the problem is you can't just eat unhealthy because it's cheaper, because you don't have the money. You can't just do that because now you're sacrificing your health and you'll have to pay for it with money. And I'm talking about money. I'm not even talking about like pay with it with your like health. Like, no, you're going to have to pay a doctor, and you better wish you have telehealth. Commercial, sponsor me. Telehealth, pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. There's no disease under the sun that hasn't been discovered. All they gotta do is look at you through Zoom, ask you a couple questions, and then they send you some drugs at your favorite HEB or Costco or Sam's Club. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna create a profile. I tried it once, and oh my god, I'm hooked. Hooked. Never went to the doctor because like they're expensive for no reason. And then I knew what I needed. I needed antibiotics. I knew it. I could certify in doctorhood myself. But I wasn't willing to pay $200 to have a doctor tell me that. So instead I paid like $50 for a doctor to tell me that online. I didn't have to drive. And I got my drugs. And then I got better right away. Right away with my antibiotics. Right away. So yeah. Recession, depression. We're past that. I just wish our government would stop lying. That's it. I just wish they would stop lying. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Where's this person going? Have them merge if they can. Yeah. It is what it is, my guys. It is what it is. So thank you very much for listening to the Free Idea podcast. I'm just going to go ahead and end it right here. Appreciate you, listeners. It was just a little check back to reality, little check in. I don't know how to keep it lighthearted, but the economy doesn't do either. So have a good rest of your day.